Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Yes, we are now live. We're live. We're live everywhere now. Okay. So we are live. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. It is Read with Carylee live author chat this morning. Let me get myself together, get my space together, make sure that we have everything going fine and great. Well, of course, I am in Northern Virginia and we still have a snow day, and my kids are still home. So pray for me. Okay. But thank you for joining this Read with Carylee live. We have a lot of awesome things to talk about today with author marketing. But before I get into that, let's get into it, with things that we have going on here at Read with Carylee. We still are starting our mentorship mastermind. It's the Kidlit Elevate Mastermind, which if you go on Instagram and look, um, the link is in my bio. On YouTube, hey YouTube, we will be posting the link in the description below. So come on in, come on in. We do still also have a Kidlit Elevate Facebook page. So you can go to the Kidlit Elevate Facebook page. You'll be able to also find the link to be able to join the Kidlit Elevate Mastermind, which, we are doing daily challenges to be able to get our game up with our kids lit and everything that surrounds it, whether it be marketing, social media, being able to connect with schools, being able to connect with different events that are going on, to be able so that you are able to elevate your business as a children's author. And these are things that a publisher will not tell you, or just finding other authors, they may not tell you. I will tell you, I have been through it. I started with my first book not knowing anything. I didn't seek out any other authors. I didn't seek out a literary agent or anything like that. I've actually had a lot of people contact me, and then when they get into uh, the conversation and see who I am and what I'm all about, and then even research what I'm doing on YouTube and on social media, they're like, "Oh, you got this covered. You don't need us." And I'll tell you my secret. Well, it's not really a secret because I've told it so many times. I am a career marketer. I have worked with companies such as, and not on the field level. I have actually worked on the corporate level with companies such as Harley Davidson, Volkswagen of America, and Rocket Homes. There's quite a number of companies that I've actually worked with as a contractor and as um, a freelance marketer, and of course building the empire that is Read with Carylee, because we've done a lot. And I will say that I have taken on the task of, no, well, not the task, but I've taken a more robust positioning with Read with Carylee over the past year, even though I've been like literally working Read with Carylee for the past 5 years. I have really taken more of a forward motion step in the past year in stating, okay, you know what? No, Read with Carylee is not a hobby. Read with Carylee is not something that I'm going to do just on the side. Read with Carylee is an entity, a corporation. It is a nonprofit, and we are here to help children and to also help authors, which was one thing that, I knew that was my passion and that's what I wanted to do. And I started telling people about what I do. And I was told, hey, you should have a nonprofit. And I was just like, what do you mean? And they're like, you're helping children and you're actually helping other authors to be able to get into the business and to get seen. So that's where, when I created the nonprofit back in 2021, and we are going even higher right now. I will say the meetings that I am able to have, the meetings that I've even taken over the past day, has been phenomenal. And for those of you on Instagram, if you have seen one of my last posts, I believe it was my last post, the Read with Carylee road trip is making its next stop in New York City. So, New York City authors, I want you to flood my timeline. I want you to comment on my posts and everything so that we can make sure. Hold on one second. I have an alarm going on here. Oh, sorry. Okay. Let's get back to the live here. Can we get back to the live? Okay, yes, we are back. So, yeah, sorry about that. Let's make sure that we're not going to have any more interruptions here on Instagram. Sorry, Instagram. But we got you. We got you. Yes. So, what was I saying? Yes. So, we are making our next stop in New York City. New York City authors, comment on my page so that I will be able to send you the information because as I said, Read with Carylee, we are traveling from city to city, and we want to make sure that the people in that city are able to connect with authors in that area. So if you are in the tri-state area, if you would be able to, hop on a metro, or no, not metro. Sorry, I'm in the DC area. I'm in the DMV. So, if you are able to hop on a train and probably even have maximum, I would say, an hour drive to go and do an author visit or an event, those are the authors who we want to have at the Read with Carylee road trip. And you must have a New York City tri-state area address to be able to be a part of this event. And we have a great sponsor that has come on board. So make sure, if you are a children's author in New York City, make sure you're there. So I think that's all the business that we have right now. And also, if you are on YouTube, if you are on Instagram, check out my YouTube, because of course all of the Read with Carylee show episodes are on YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube so that we can get things up and going right now. And if you are watching me and you are not following, make sure you follow at Read with Carylee on everything, on Instagram, on Facebook, on TikTok. I'm getting a little bit more acclimated to TikTok. Hopefully it doesn't go away in the next 11 days. So let's, as we are praying for California, let's also pray for TikTok to stay alive. So, okay. So yes, With 20 minutes left, we are going to delve into author marketing. Now, that is something that is essential. And I think that is where I come in with being able to educate a lot of children's authors, because I am on a day-to-day basis in the marketing space, and I have been able to get the know-how through my personal experience, and through my career experience as a marketer, to be able to pass that on. Now, when I came into the children's author space, I decided that I was going to attack this differently. I decided that I was not going to go the traditional publishing route. And in not going the traditional publishing route, that means I was going to be taking care of my own marketing and really getting my name out there. And one of the big things, one of the first things that really I was able to do was, of course, with Facebook. I wasn't really utilizing my Instagram at the time. And I just, the one little thing that I did to be able to expand my reach, I believe right now I'm at over 6,000 followers on Facebook, and I still have thousands of friend requests that I have not even looked at, because I kind of scaled back a little bit. But even going into that friend request thing, um, when I decided that, I said, you know what, I really do want to go into this children's author thing. I utilized social media. I utilized my Facebook, and I saw that I was connected to several. I was connected to different people. I was connected to moms. I was connected to people that were networking. So what I did was I had a rule. I said, if I am connected to, I think at one point it was either 10 or more people that this person is connected to, I'm going to, I'll friend request them, or I'll accept their friend request. And it just kept on growing and growing and growing. I'm like, next thing you know, I was connected to someone that was connected to more than 400 people on my Facebook page. And it's just like, how can we have this many people in common? And then that's how my reach really started expanding. And so my Facebook page, even though it was my personal Facebook page, now kind of became a tool for me to start expanding and growing. Now, of course, that is social media is the cheap, easy, effective way to be able to expand your network and having more people know about you. There are some pitfalls with that. Like I said, my Facebook page, instead of me going and sharing a lot about my personal things that was going on with me, even though I still did share, but I didn't overshare with that. I started using that as a tool, and that was before I even created my Read with Carylee Facebook page, which we have the Read with Carylee community. Like I said, Facebook.com backslash or forward slash, whatever one it is, Read with Carylee, and you can get on the Read with Carylee community. But I leveraged that to be able to expand my reach. And, all of a sudden I was connecting with people in Florida, in Atlanta, in California. And, that is a really great way of networking. Another thing that I did, even to be able to get other authors on my show, I connected with an author who actually she actually taught a class that I had attended, and I looked her up on Facebook, and I added her as a friend, and we started communicating, and she loved the work that I was doing, and she said, "Hey, I'm going to connect you with other author friends of mine." And she gave me a list of authors out in California. There was actually two in Australia and one in New Zealand. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is awesome. So I was able to find these authors on Facebook, connect with them, and that's how you have to do it. And like, you cannot um, forsake networking, and networking as a children's author. I know a lot of people may feel that, oh, we're in competition with each other. There is no competition if you are genuine and authentic about the things that you do. Even though we are all writing for children, if we're connecting with each other and we're creating community, we're able to expand our reaches much better. And no one there are no two queens, even though there may be some other authors that wear tutus. I know they don't have the massive collection of tutus of over. I want to see one children's author that has over 40 tutus. If you know one, tag them. We should talk because we are we would be sisters. But we need to kind of squash the idea of competition, and that will be your best type of marketing, because if we are helping each other, then you're able to expand your reach so much more. And there's no one that's going to do what you do. There's Unless someone is plagiarizing your book, there's no one that's going to be able to um, do the same thing or write the same thing that you do and connect to the same people that you do. Even though you may have the same people in your network, we're going to connect differently. So that is a big, I would say, a big, big added thing with with marketing, knowing your network and expanding your network and working together instead of against each other. I'm like, it's easier to go like this than to go like that, because all you're gonna do is push each other away. And even right now, I'm like, I've been having wrist issues, so yeah, it's so much easier for me to go like this instead of going like that and against each other. So that, I would say, is the biggest piece that you may never even get from um, a marketing company, that you should really take into stock, being able to work with other authors. uh, and unfortunately, yeah, like when you do have authors that feel that you're in competition with each other, it does not work well for either, because even while I was doing the Read with Carylee show, I was told from the beginning that I should charge. And I said no, because I wanted to be able to have that community. I wanted to say, okay, we're all helping each other. And I was producing this show, out of my own budget, out of my own pocket. There were authors that would come on the show, and I would have graphics created so that they would be able to share on their social media that they were going to be on the Read with Carolee show. And, it wasn't just a benefit for me, it would be a benefit for the other authors who were on the show, so that other children and other and parents would be able to go ahead and say, oh, okay, well, they have found a show where they can find authors that they never really knew about. Because like I said, I had authors from Australia, authors from Indonesia, authors from Africa that were coming and being on the show. And Unfortunately, there were some authors that they were getting these graphics that they could actually reuse. They were getting them for free, and they were coming on the show for free. And of course, having a platform that had over 2,500 subscribers, and then I would put that they were going to be on the show on my Instagram that had, I think at that point, when I really started getting the show going, I had over 10,000 followers on Instagram. And, I was putting them in front of, I was sharing them with my audience. And there's a lot of those authors that did not share that information because I guess they felt that they were in competition with me. And competition creates friction. And, my mother always said, you can catch more flies, you know, with honey than with vinegar. And I believe in sharing our networks and, saying, okay, well, I see you're an author in my network, you're promoting your book. Let me share it on my stories. Let me tag you so that my network could find out about you as well. And I guess why even my Instagram has grown and my platform has grown is because there are other authors and other organizations and schools seeing that I have been sharing other people's information and other people's books and other authors' books. So, they see your heart, they see, what you are trying to do. You're not just trying to get a bottleneck of just your information. You're not just trying to put yourself out there, but in sharing is caring. And I've had people reach out to me and said, "Oh, well, yeah, I saw a video that was on someone else's Instagram, and that's why we reached out to you." And I was like, "Okay, oh, that's awesome." So that's another really effective way of marketing. It's sharing other people's content, because if you are just in a bottleneck, if you don't have, the kind of roots going out, you will not grow. So if your roots can't go out, you will not grow. That's if you take anything else from this live today, if your roots don't go out, you cannot grow. And one thing, and I know this will be a little controversial. Um, I am not one that really I don't go against this because, of course, even on my platform, as someone who is actively working to be able to promote others, sometimes it does cost. And the I there are scammers out there that will take your money. I get calls at least 3 times a week from people who are saying, "Oh, well, I can promote you as a part of this festival." Um, if, sorry, I will say, if you are not being invited to be physically at an event, it's a scam. I don't care what they say. They can say, "Oh, we have 10 authors that we're going to represent to be a part of this festival." If they don't want you there, it is a scam. And a lot of, there are a lot of, they call themselves hybrid publishers that are out there right now, and there are some that are a scam, that they will call you up and say, "Oh, you've been recommended by this literary agency, or you've been recommended and your book has been reviewed by the, and they have no, like, they're just looking at notes on the screen. They know nothing about your book. And I'm like, some may have actually read your book, but there are some that will say, okay, we will help to promote your book. And the minimum that I've been seeing right now is $800, and they go up to maybe about $3,000. That is a scam. That is not marketing. But I will say, anyone that is going to promote your book, find out what exactly they're going to do. With Read with Carylee, we have our Read with Carylee author directory, where you are featured on our author directory. And with those who have bought a subscription or bought a membership, they will be able to have a page in our upcoming Read with Carylee author digest. And we will feature all of their books, and a little bio and things like that. So really look into how your book is being marketed for the money that you're going to pay. And there are some things that, just be cautious, be wary, because I have fallen into some scams and pitfalls. And that is a part of the reason why I do what I do, because I want to make sure that there are authors out there that are not getting discouraged, that are able to feed into our children, especially with having diverse authors from diverse backgrounds that are able to reach audiences that I may not be able to reach. So we've come to our time right now, and I wish I could talk about this for days, but I actually do have other appointments, and actually an author coaching coming up. So be here next Tuesday at 9 a.m. and we will delve into another part of being an author and an author business. So until then, make sure you follow me on Instagram, subscribe to my YouTube, and make sure you don't miss a thing. And always, authors, grab a book and read. We'll see you next time.